website by Mark Vincent. So let's get started.
Okay, thank you. Well, hello everyone. My name is Mark Vicente. I'm the Digital Communication and OpenGov Product Manager at SCT Click, and I've been working with Plone since 2007. It's a pleasure for me to be here with all of you at Brasilia at this Plone conference. Thanks to all the organizers for giving me the opportunity to be here today and to share with you our journey in transforming the ALBA Synchrotron's website with Plone 6 and Bolto. As you will see, this project has been more than a technical upgrade for us. It has been a great challenge for our team. So today I will try to explain how Plone 6 shed light on the new ALBA Synchrotron website, talking about the background and the challenges of the project, our implementation process, the key features, what we've learned, and finally, if we got time, there will be space for some questions too. So let me start introducing you to the ALBA Synchrotron. Located in Barcelona, ALBA Synchrotron is one of Spain's most important scientific infrastructures and a cornerstone of research in Europe. It's a complex of electron accelerators that emit what is called the synchrotron light. This light enables scientists to study the atomic and molecular structure of materials at an astonishing detail. ALBA has 14 beamlines, 3 electron microscopes, and attends over 2,500 users every year. Thanks to 250 staff, it's operating 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So to summarize, because I'm not an expert, but I've learned a lot during this project, we can say it's a big X-ray microscope used to study matter at an atomic scale. And with a wide range of applications in different sectors like chemistry or pharmaceutical, food, health, automotive, spatial, and advanced materials and nanotechnologies. So if you want to know more about ALBA, you can visit their shiny new Plone website powered by Bolto. It's a key resource for both academic and industrial users, providing access to their state-of-art instruments and services. Now that you all know what a synchrotron is and are visiting ALBA website, hope it will handle this traffic peak. Let's begin with a brief overview of the project background. They had an old Plone 4 website that was coming from a previous Plone 3 website, so the website was at a design level outdated. It was originally built in 2014, and actually it was very difficult to maintain for them. So it required a completely redesign to enhance functionalities and user experience. Also, this website had several integrations with various tools, including a single sign-on with a central authentication service. So it also needed to maintain or enhance those integrations and some more. Also, as I've said, they had an outdated content structure, so the existing content extraction structure, through the years had become inefficient and fully disorganized. So a new, more intuitive structure was key to improve usability and accessibility for users. And also is a website that had a high impact and usage, over 9,000 objects, 9 gigabytes of data, and 100 Plone users editing the contents. So it was essential to ensure that the new site could handle that large volumes of data, users, and visitors. So, well, as many other major redesign or migration projects, it came with a bunch of challenges for our team. Especially for me, that I was the project manager, so I was very worried about all those things. First of all, learning and adapting to Bolto and React. We had no idea about modern JavaScript frameworks. So for me, I was very concerned about that and what it could mean for our team. Also, defining a robust content structure was another challenge, because with such many contents to organize, creating a good content structure was critical to improve usability and accessibility for a type of users we were not used to deal with, the scientists. and also making block-based design with all the customization possibilities of the Volto block system. We had to adapt our way of designing to this in some manner to cover all the new composing possibilities that Volto has. And finally, also adopting a new way of working. We had to adapt our developing processes and also our software architecture to this new scenario. So it was a big challenge for such a small team like ours. And well, how did we did it? So we kicked off the project in May 2023 with the contract signing, and 1 month later, the team started training in React with the help of the Iskra company. Over the next several months, we worked on prototyping, designing, and so on, till December 2023, when we developed or where we begin the development of the project. So as you can see, fortunately, the project had timelines that were reasonable. In April 2024, we were already training ALBA staff, coinciding with World Plone Day and the launch of the new SCT League website, which we also made with Volto. And finally, on August 2024, just 3 or 4 months ago, the new ALBA website went live. And I would like to give a special acknowledgement to my team for the technical part, but foremost to the ALBA Synchrotron team for the tremendous effort in creating and adapting the content for the new website. Because this was not a merely technical redesign, but a complete reconstruction in 3 languages, Spanish, Catalan, and English. So in a record time, Ana and Laia from the communication department of ALBA managed to create, review, update, and over 100 pages per language. And all this was made possible thanks to the ease of use offered by Volto and obviously under previous knowledge of Plone. And another special acknowledgement to the Plone community. A project of this scale and this complexity would not have been possible without Volto's extensive ecosystem of add-ons. Here you can see on screen the front-end add-ons that we've used to accomplish this project easily. And for the backend, we use those ones. Now that you've seen all the add-ons behind the ALBA website, it's time to showcase all the customizations we've made over Volto and Plone for this project. Give me a second. Okay, so this is the front page of the website. This is a view, a Volto view. The first part is what we call a carousel. It's not a Volto block. We manage this through a content type called slides that are stored in a folder of the root of the site, so they can manage the different slides you see here. Also the announcements, also the news part. We did this decision because we thought that this kind of listings with this design was only used on the front page, so it would not be reusable in other parts. So all this that you see is in some kind of static, but from here now these are Volto blocks, so they can manage this part of this lower part of the home page. Okay, this is a folder. Yeah, we use folders in Volto. Why? Because the user was used to use this kind of content structure organization. We thought that it was easier for them because they just create the pages inside the folder and they show. They don't have to create a listing block to show the pages inside a Volto page. So we did it this way, and we applied a default view, the one that you see, that shows each page link document, its main image, its title, and its description. Also here, no navigation portlets. All the navigation is made through the main menu and through the contents that you can see here on the different folders. Then we did several integrations. This one is to show the tenders. Here is an integration with the Open Data Portal of the Spanish government to show the the tenders that they have published here in the website. Also, here we have another integration, another view with Volto with different filters. Here are the several publications or scientific magazines that have some article or some information about studies or things they do there in the synchrotron. And also typically the events directory of the website where you can see all the future events. Here you can switch to see the past events. And also we've made a view, a calendar view, a monthly calendar view, so they can navigate through the events by two ways, by searching or by looking at the calendar. And then the new section, typical new section, also a static Volto view with some filters. They can filter for research areas, instruments. All the information that you see here is managed through vocabularies in the Plone control panel. And to finish this part, we also developed this map that it's a map of the different laboratories instruments they had in the synchrotron. It's an interactive map, so they can switch directly to each beamline or microscope. And also the users can navigate through these beamlines, exploring them by scientific discipline or technique. And this is all dynamic depending on the categories that they have assigned to each beamline. And also they can explore the beamlines by the photon energy range, as you can see here in this graph. Okay, and now we'll switch to the backend part. Okay, here we are. I will show you some of the blogs that we've done for this project. Okay. Okay, we have one blog that we called Job Offers. It's just a simple integration with their internal system, and that showcases all the job offers that they have. It's an integration via backend directly to Volto, via frontend, sorry, directly to Volto. No Plone here. Then we have what we called transparent boxes. Here it's a system that they can add different boxes. So, and obviously they can change there's a background default image, but it can be changed through here. Very easy, so they can put background images here. Thank you. Yeah, okay. Fine. So here they can customize the title, the description, and a link apart from the background image, and you can here add more boxes. Also, we have another blog called Last Publications. It's also an integration, the one that I've shown you before, but in this case, you can select one beamlight, so it shows the latest publication of that beamlight or that microscope specifically. And then this one we called banner listing. You can add here different. This is the one that you have seen in the homepage. Put a title here, a description. Also, you can select here an icon. So that icon shows here. You can add more items. And then, as you can see here, there's a background image in parallax that can also be customized. This is the default image, a building image, but here you can choose a different image for the background. And then, okay, we've built some specific content types. One for the instruments, it's the main content or the content that stores the most part of the information of the website. So each beamline is a content type. Because it has some specifications in design. No? The first part is a slide. When you create a new beamlight, automatically Plone in the backend creates a folder to store the slides that show in this part. It also has its own navigation. As you can see, the different elements of the menu has an icon. This is because we have extended all the content types with metadata here. So they can customize the icon they want to show for each element of the menu. And from here down, everything is customizable by Volto blocks. Okay, so they can customize all this part, except from the upper part that is managed through this folder called Home, where there are the slides and notices, warnings, etc. And another content type that we made for this project is what we call the landing pages. Okay, this is a very simple content type, folderish content type to put information inside. As you can see here, with a background image for the header, but it has it hides the main menu, as you can see. So the upper part is different, and the default menu is this one. It's like a hamburger menu. So we solve this that way, so they can create the landing pages they want, and they're fully customizable thanks to the Volto block system. And to finish this part, so here. Mikkel has shown before this Volto add-on we've developed that permits to translate the content directly using Google Translate API, and I will showcase it now. So here we have one content in English, okay? And when we translate it into another language through here, for example, in Catalan, okay, we put here the same content in the Babel view, the Babel edit view, and then just pushing this button, the content is translated. Thanks to the Google Translate API, every part of the content is almost instantly translated. At the moment, it's only available for Slate editor block, so for titles and text. And let me return to the presentation. Okay, so to finish, one of my biggest fears for this project also was the content migration. I asked Tim about it in the last Plone conference. How could we convert that textual content with attached images, files, etc., from an outdated HTML code to the new Volto blocks? Well, so our migration process for news and events involved the following key steps. First, we export the old content types in a JSON file. We uploaded this JSON file to the new server. And then, thanks to a browser view, we did the full import process. First, iterating every JSON object, detecting its language to know where to create the element in the new content structure. Then did the field mapping, the title, the description, the dates, the subjects, also mapping to new subjects because they were different, the new ones from the old ones. And finally, downloading the main images from the public URL and assigning them to the corresponding field in the new content types. Finally, we created the object, but how did we manage all the data inside the rich text field, the files, the images, etc.? So we did it using Beautiful Soup. We parsed the HTML to search for attached images and files. We check whether those belong to the old website or were external resources. And if they were from the old website, we download them, create them in the new assets folder, and assign the internal link with the UID. Using the blocks conversion tool, we converted content to blocks with the get blocks from rich text method and assigned them to the object. That was all magic for me. Then we link translations using the iTranslation Manager interface. First, attempting to establish the relationship for each link from the export, and if the object was already created, the relationship would be established, resulting in a translation being linked once the last translation element was created. As a final step, we set the modification date to match the one in the original object, and we re-index to apply the latest changes. So, well, at the end, as with any project, there were valuable lessons I personally learned along the way that I would like to share with you. First of all, sorry. Yeah. First of all, I would tell you that don't be afraid to learn new technologies and step out from your comfort zone. Second, I think that, as Mikel said yesterday, I think Plone 6 Classic remains a great option, okay? But I think that the flexibility, the modernity, and the possibilities of Bolto, it makes it a game changer. Also, I think that success is driven by people. When you have a good team with a great attitude or a community like this one, nothing is impossible. And, sorry, also semantic UI, I think it's not so semantic. Victor talked about yesterday about the Plone 7 roadmap. So if nowadays you want to develop a fully accessibility compliant website, you must tweak it somehow. And also, I think that blogs are the future, while static views, as you have seen before, have their place yet. The versatility of blogs unlocks an incredible potential for editors. And finally, I think that Plone still has strong arguments to compete with any other CMS. For instance, our client was hesitating about switching to WordPress, but when they see Bolto, it convinced them. And that's all. So as you have seen, and to wrap up, this project has been an inspiring journey for us using Plone 6 and Bolto. Not every day one has the opportunity to develop a website for a unique and singular scientific facility like this one. At least you are, Timo. And we are very proud of what we achieved and excited about future developments to come. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today.
Round of applause, please. So if anyone have any questions about the talk, just raise the hand so I can take you the mic. Anyone, any questions?
That's a wonderful website. It's a beautiful project that you and your team put together. It's
Thank you.
Really inspiring. I noticed when you were showing the calendar, a question popped in my head. Is that a calendar of events in Plone, or is that integrated to something else?
Which counter?
Calendar.
Calendar. Yeah, it's Plone. It's Plone events. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Ken. Anyone have any other question? No, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mark. Round of applause, please. So, right